Radio 680 WPTF.
When there's something wrong in your neighborhood, who you gonna call?
The Bill LuMaye Show. And the phone lines are open now.
Well, we have somebody very, very important on our phone line. And I want to go to the Congresswoman right away because last night there was a vote, an unconditional increase in the debt ceiling. That's what the vote was on. Democrats Miller and Price both voted, said, yeah, give me more money. Give me more money. Give me more money. Fortunately for us, there are individuals who said, no, I don't think so. And one of those individuals is Congresswoman Renee Ellmers, who's joining us now. And Representative Ellmers, thank you for your vote and thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you. It's good to be back with you, Bill. And, you know, you are absolutely right. The American people, especially the people of North Carolina, understand the situation. We simply cannot raise that debt ceiling with the situation that we're facing right here, just clean across the board. What does that do? That just opens up more spending. That's just giving them another credit card saying, here, we increased your credit rate and go at it. Just start coming up with more of that spending.
How much money does the president want? Do you know?
Well, my understanding is we're talking about a $2 trillion level. And I know that because those are the cuts that we're looking for. We're trying to equal it out. But, you know, the fact of the matter is the president said he wanted a clean up or down vote. A lot of the Democrats across the aisle wanted a clean up or down vote. And so we gave it to them. We said, fine, if this is what you want, if this is going to move this along, then this is what we will do to prove to you that you're not going to get the votes that you think you are. And so we shot it down, which is the way that it needed to be. And again, the people of North Carolina understand this. They understand we are in trouble. We have a $14.3 trillion debt that we are passing on to our children, and we simply cannot increase that debt anymore because they are the ones who are going to be saddled with it. And I imagine a day when we can clean this whole thing up so that we can pass on to our children a better, more prosperous future.
Well, you're right about that. The Democrats, I think they sent a letter or something. I think 114 members sent a letter saying, please give us an up and down vote. And not all 114 voted for it, did they?
No, as a matter of fact, the numbers were much less than that. Some voted present. That's real powerful and strong. But, you know, the fact of the matter is it wasn't there, and we proved the Republican conference is united on this issue. And we know how important it is, and we have got to get these things straightened out. We are so tired of playing politics up here. Just the back and forth, We keep coming up with ideas about creating jobs and improving our private sector and moving these things forward. We have so many programs. We just put into place another program, American Job Creators, so that we can be joining forces with the private sector and our business owners to find out what we need to do, get it straight from them, to find out what we need to do to create jobs, because that's the way we're going to turn the economy around. None of this back and forth political stuff.
Now, it seems like you're going to be sticking to your Tea Party roots, are you not?
Absolutely. You know, to ignore the Tea Party would be political suicide.
Well, so what will it take for you? I mean, what is it that Congresswoman Renee Ellmers needs to be convinced? What is it going to take to convince you that you need to raise the debt ceiling, or is there nothing that can convince you and you're willing to just say, listen, this is it. We need to live within our means?
Well, we do need to live within our means, and that is a very, very strong message, and we keep hearing that over and over again, and we believe that. We believe we've got to live within our means, because that's what our households are doing, that's what our businesses are doing, and Washington has to stop ignoring that as well. But in order for that debt ceiling to be increased down the line, it has got to come with some drastic spending cuts, some serious reforms, so that we decrease the debt. So we're not just adding to it. But, you know, it remains to be seen, and that's where a lot of the negotiations have got to continue to go forward. I know that our leader, Eric Cantor, has been meeting weekly for hours in these negotiations, and it seems to always get to a certain point, and then it stops. And we've got to get beyond that point.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. Can I be honest? I don't trust them. I honestly don't trust them. I mean, we've had balanced budget amendments, we've had pay-go, we've had all these things that they've stood there and said, listen, we're going to live within our means, and they've just absolutely ignored it. So what assurances do you, do any of the taxpayers have that whatever agreement is arranged, that it is something that's going to be adhered to down the road?
Well, that's the thing. What we put in place, we have got to adhere to it. And as time goes by, we are seeing it's even more needed. I mean, we see it every day. You know, these things are not turning around on their own. We look at this perspective from so many different perspectives, whether you're talking about healthcare, you're talking about gas prices, you're talking about the fact that we need to create jobs in the private sector. All these different things are facing us, and we just simply are running out of time. We just cannot continue on this same path. It is just that crucial. And, you know, what is the equivalent? You know, there are a lot of ideas out there about what we need to do to couple this with a debt ceiling increase. And I will just tell you very, very straightforwardly, I have already told leadership, the American people, the people of North Carolina, especially my district, are going to be looking for serious, significant cuts, or I simply will not be able to vote for it. And they understand that because I have got to represent my constituency. So if it looks like it's going to decrease the amount of debt that we have down the line and we can stay on this track and stay within our means, then we can do it. And I wish I could tell you that I had a guarantee. Unfortunately, it is Washington. Yeah. But we are going to do our best. And the Republican Congress is committed to this.
Well, can I ask you, and it's related, of course, part of the budget and holding back the costs and going after entitlements. And I'm just wondering, how do you feel about the Ryan plan, if you don't mind me asking, because there have been some Republicans running away from it.
Oh no, I am a huge proponent of the Ryan plan. I think it answers so many different issues. It's not just about Medicare. It's about Medicare. It's about entitlements, but it's about creating that future atmosphere in the business world where we're creating jobs, we're creating revenue. You know, we keep hearing about the other side saying, hey, we've got to raise taxes. But, you know, the fact of the matter is, let's not raise taxes. Let's give certainty to our business owners and let them create jobs, and you're going to have money coming into the government in the form of tax revenue. That's the way we're going to turn things around. We will create jobs by keeping us at the same tax rate, or actually decreasing our tax rate to about a 25% range. And, you know, it's about growth. We can all win. One person winning does not mean somebody else loses. We can all win in this situation, and we can turn this economy around. And it takes strong language like the Ryan budget. I was very proud of him today in our meeting with the president earlier today, the Republican conference, sitting down with the president. And he was very strong, and he laid the plan out to him. And I believe in the Ryan plan.
How was that meeting, by the way? How did it all end up? Well, how was it?
Well, I'll tell you, you know, it was a lot of what I expected. You know, it ran very well. There were times when the president rambled on a little bit when asked very specific questions, which is, you know, again, what I expected. But, you know, I'll tell you, there's two worlds. There's the world that I live in, which is the realistic world where we've got to turn this economy around through creating jobs. And then there's the world that our president lives in, where government answers all the problems, all the questions. And it is a stark contrast.
Well, it is, and it's going to take, and I know you're going to run. So one last question. Do you believe that your Republicans, your colleagues, are going to be strong enough and really take it to wherever you have to take it in order to turn this thing around?
Yes, Bill, I tell you right now, we are completely committed. We are going to be unified on this front. We are going to do the hard work that has been put off for so long because it's just that crucial. And we've known that this was the main issue that we were going to have to deal with. We knew all along that this was the one that was going to be crucial, and we are committed.
Well, we appreciate what you're doing, and I thank you for your time today, Representative Ellmers.
Well, thank you, and Bill, it's good to talk to you again.
You too.